Hello my fellow bookworms, witches, nerds and weirdos. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Els. I mostly talk about books, sometimes talk about other things. Today I am talking about books again. This is another one of those mini wrap-ups, but I've just realised that my last one of these is a couple of days short of a month ago. So that's a long time. So I do have quite a few more books because normally I put like 3 or 4 books in each video. So I'm sorry if I don't give a lot of detail on all of these books. I'm trying not to make it too long. But yeah, hope you enjoy this video. I'll get right into the books. Okay, so this first one I'm not sure I should mention because I think I mentioned it in my last video, but I hadn't actually finished reading it until like the evening after I filmed that video. So it's Half Bad by Sally Green, and I think I gave it 5 out of 7. But anyway, onto the books that I have actually read since then and like started since that video. First one on here is another thing that I borrowed from the library, and it's Whisper to Me by Nick Lake, which is about this girl who finds a dead body on the beach and then starts hearing this voice. She was then diagnosed with schizophrenia and starts seeing this group which treats schizophrenia quite differently to the way that doctors do, and views it as though you should listen to your voice and different sort of techniques like that, which is really interesting to me as a psychology student. There's also a murderer going around town, so she's trying to figure out who is this murderer, and stuff happens in this book. It's a good book. I'll give it a 6 out of 7 because it was really good. Next is The Silent Companions by Laura Hursell. You may recognise that from my gothic books that I want to read. It's basically about this lady who marries her husband. He dies and she moves into his house and it's kind of lonely, and then she finds some like wooden doll things known as silent companions, and it's kind of like a ghost story and it's really good. But like I didn't love it that much. I just enjoyed it, so I give it a 5 out of 7. Next is a book that I absolutely loved, which was Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, and I loved it. 7 out of 7. It's a dystopian modern classic, and it's based around capitalism to the extreme and the submission of the working classes to the point where as babies they're operantly conditioned to have no interest in bettering themselves and a disinterest in books and things, and it's really interesting how they do it, especially as I take psychology. Next on there is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I read this one because I watched the series and I really, really loved it. No spoilers for Bly Manor, please, because I have not finished watching it yet. But yeah, it was a good book. It was different to the series. Like, for some reason the series decided that all the characters were related and they weren't in the book. But yeah, it was a good book. I'll give it a 5 out of 7 because it was a good book. Next one is The Dead House by Billy O'Callaghan. Don't know what to really say about this one. It's a standard haunted house book. Pretty decent. I don't know why I started reading all of these haunted house books after Halloween instead of before Halloween. I don't know, maybe it's just the dismal weather. Oh well. Oh, and I think give it, I wasn't a huge fan of it, so I'll give it a 4 out of 7, so that basically means it's okay. I don't have any strong opinions on it. Next one is 4 by Veronica Roth, which my boyfriend lent to me because he is lovely, and I really enjoyed it. It's a prequel to the Divergent series, which I really liked when I was about 14, 15 years old. Same with the Hunger Games. I loved both of those series. There was a point when those sort of YA dystopian trilogies were a huge thing. And it was a really good book. I really loved it. I thought it was really interesting to see Thor's perspective rather than Triss's. So I'm between giving it a 6 out of 7 and a 7 out of 7, but if I give it anything less than a 7 out of 7, then my boyfriend will probably be angry at me, so I'll give it a 7 out of 7, just for him. Next is the only audiobook that I read this month, which is This Is Going to Hurt by Adam Kay, which were the diaries of a junior doctor, and I have to say it was done really well. It sounded very conversational and not at all like a typical non-fiction book. If you know me, then you know that I'm not a huge non-fiction fan, and yeah, they managed to make it entertaining, so it wasn't too non-fiction-y, and I really liked it. And then I read, I'm not sure if I should include this because I've read so many translations now, but I read another translation of Antigone, and I think that's the best one I've read so far, and I finally figured out a section that I'm going to use for my A level. Finally. And then last of all is, oh wait, did I rate that? 6 out of 7. Last of all is Persuasion by Jane Austen. I give that a 7 out of 7 because I am basic and love Jane Austen's writing style. It makes me feel like a princess. Lol. So yeah, those are all the books. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you again for another video soon, possibly. And I hope you love my new bookshelf as much as I do, because it is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, yay. If you didn't, I'm sorry. And I don't know, might see you again on another video sometime. Bye.